get ready because I'm going to tell you about the second time she was touched. So at this point, I am maybe, I think I'm still in the house. I hadn't moved out again yet. My mom had allergy-related seasonal bronchial asthma. Basically, long story short, her allergies would be so bad in the spring that sometimes it would cause asthma. She didn't have it outside of, it was like allergy related. She didn't have it outside of that, never had any issues. So there was one night, it was in the spring. She was sitting up in bed with like her pillows behind her, and she was kind of working through not being able to breathe. And as a tried and true medical professional, where most people probably would have been like, I can't fucking breathe, she was sitting there going, do I really want to wake up Robert? Do I really want to wake up my husband? I don't think I do. I think I'm breathing okay. I don't know. So she's sitting in bed trying to catch her breath, debating about whether or not she should wake up my dad. And she heard something on the stairs. So I'm going to show you again real quick the layout of the top landing. Okay, so she's sleeping. It's doing it again. She's sleeping like over against this wall over here. She hears slow walking, not running, up the stairs, and she hears it stop outside of her door. She doesn't see her door open, but she's watching it, and she feels that same powerful energy that she had felt the first time she was touched come in through the door, walk this way, up and around to her side of the bed. So she's watching it walk like at the end of her bed and then up next to the side of her. And she doesn't see anything, but she can tell there is someone like standing, not towering over her, but standing next to her while she's sitting in bed. And she's just looking up at this feeling that something's there. So then she feels a hand on her chest and a hand on her back, gently pushing her forward. So she leans forward and she can feel and hear her pillows getting messed with behind her, like they're being fluffed. Then the hand gently pushes her back down on the pillow, and the back, and like releases, and the one on her back starts rubbing her back. And my mom said it went on for, she doesn't know how long. Again, I feel like when these things happen, like time freezes, right? It probably wasn't that long at all, like 2-3 seconds maybe, but it just feels, because the feeling is so borderline awful, real awful if you're terrified, but it just stretches out the time. She felt like it happened for a while, and then she just like felt the energy just like dissolve around her. It's not like she then watched the energy walk back away. It just dissolved. She said in the moment, probably because she got such a burst of adrenaline, she felt like she could breathe a little bit better for a second. And then once she kind of calmed down, she realized she was having trouble again. And that actually made her realize like, oh, my body is in fight or flight mode right now. Like the adrenaline actually opened up my bronchia for a second. So she woke up my dad and had him take her to the emergency room. This, we're pretty sure, was the same spirit the first time she was touched, and definitely the same spirit every other time she was touched. I never had anything happen like that. I think I probably would have thrown up. I can't even imagine. She had 0 marks afterwards, okay? So if you have any of those questions, she had no marks on her body, no scratches, no bruises, no red fingerprints, none of that stuff. And again, the door didn't open. She just felt, she could feel the energy like enter the room and walk around the foot of their bed up to her. And she said it was kind of the same feeling she had when she got her hair tucked, which was initially just like, wow, this is like really like powerful, you know, like not like, oh my God, you know, until like the first time when it tucked her hair behind her ear, you know, then she was terrified. And she said this time it was just like, when I was like asking her about, because I was like, I would have peed myself and cried. I can't imagine. And I remember her telling me, she was like, it was the strangest thing. I just got this like overwhelming sense of just like rolling with it, and that this was just, she's like, I just could follow the energy. I didn't see anything. I didn't hear anything. I could just feel that this, like someone was in the room with me.